Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Principles of Marketing at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the chapters 8 and 9 activities that I finished grading last week, and also give you a little bit of feedback on the midterm exam, which closed late last week. And I'm going to remind you again about the semester project and tell you about midterm grades. And then finally, I'm going to talk about our next set of activities that we have coming up due in the next week or so. So let's start off with, again, the chapters 8 and 9 activities. I did finish grading those the middle of last week. Hopefully, you've already had a chance to go in and look at your grades for those activities and read the corresponding grading comments. Most of you did well on those activities, so like I always tell you, I'm really pleased with the time and effort that most of you are putting in to the activities for this class, so keep up the good work on that. If you do have any questions about any points that you missed on the activities, just let me know and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. All right, the midterm exam closed late last week. I believe it was Friday of last week. Most of you did well on the midterm exam, so keep up the good work on that as well. Most of you did very well. So it's obvious that most of you are putting the time and effort in that's required to learn the concepts for this class. So again, keep up the good work on that. Let me know if you have any questions about your midterm exam grade. All right. The semester project. I'm hoping most of you, or hopefully all of you, are working on that, and you should have a good portion of that completed by now. So if you don't have that, I would definitely be working this week and next week on that, because don't let it sneak up on you. It's just going to be a few weeks before that's due. And so don't wait until the week that it's due to try to get it all done, because you probably won't do very well on it if you take that approach. So the other good thing about going ahead and getting a good portion of it done several weeks before it's due is that if you want to, you can send me your semester project, email it to me. You'll need to do this at least a week before the semester project due date. But if you'll email it to me, and I can give you some feedback on it if you want before you actually turn it in for a grade. But again, don't wait until like the day before or a few days before the due date. It needs to be submitted to me through email at least a week in advance before the due date, so that I have time to read through it and give you some feedback on it before you actually turn it in. All right? So that's another reason that you may want to go ahead and be kind of finishing up that semester project within the next few weeks, so that you have time to submit it to me for feedback on it before you actually submit it for a grade. All right? So if you're having any problems with the semester project, just let me know and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have about it. All right? Now, midterm grades are due at the end of this week. And since we've already had our midterm exam for this class, there's not really any need for me to wait until Friday to post your midterm grades. So I will probably post your midterm grades for this class tomorrow. And so be looking for that. Once you see your midterm grade, if you have questions about it, just let me know. There really shouldn't be any surprises, because it's just going to be whatever letter grade corresponds to the percentage grade that you have currently in the class. So it shouldn't be a surprise to you, but if it is, just let me know and I'll be glad to look into it for you, okay? Or answer any questions that you have about it. All right, so be looking for that. Now, that brings us to what we've got coming up due for our next set of activities. So right now, we are on week 9 of the semester, okay? And you'll notice The first day of next week, which is Sunday, March 17th, is when our next set of activities are due for chapters 10 through 12. So you have the assignment, test, and discussion for those chapters due by Sunday, March 17th. So you've got just a little bit under a week to get those completed and submitted. All right. And that's the day before spring break starts. So I purposely didn't make anything due during spring break week so that you can have that time free to do what you want to do. But you do need to go ahead and be working on chapters 10 through 12 this week so that you can have your next week free. All right. And so chapters 10 through 12. Let's look at chapter 10 first. Chapter 10 is going to cover product concepts. So in this chapter, you're going to learn about the various types of consumer products, product lines and mixes. You're going to learn about branding, packaging, and then finally, towards the end of the chapter, you're going to learn about product warranties, both express and implied product warranties. Then chapter 11 covers product development and management. So in chapter 11, you're going to learn about things like the categories of new products, the new product development process. There are several steps in that process of developing new products. And so you'll learn about each one of those steps. You'll also learn about the global issues involved in product development. And then towards the end of the chapter, you'll learn about the new product adoption process and the product life cycle. All products go through a 4-stage cycle, just like humans go through life cycles. Products also go through life cycles. So you'll learn about those. All right. Then chapter 12 covers the marketing of services. Just like we market products or goods, we can also market services. There are some businesses that don't sell tangible goods. They sell instead intangible services. And so there are some unique challenges and opportunities in marketing services. And so that's what's going to be covered in chapter 12. You're going to learn about how services differ from goods, how we measure service quality, various characteristics there. We'll also learn about the marketing mixes that are used for services, and we'll learn about the relationship marketing process in services. And then finally, at the very end of chapter 12, you'll learn about nonprofit organization marketing. Okay? So that's chapters 10 through 12. So be working on those activities. Remember the learning resources that you have available to you. You have the textbook, of course. You have the videos that I posted on or linked on the assignment page. And then I've also got the PowerPoint slides linked on the assignment page. So make sure you're using all those learning resources that are available to you. And as you're working on those activities, just let me know if you have questions, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. So that's really all I have for you for today. So enjoy this week. Enjoy next week, which is spring break week. And then I will talk to you again sometime when we return after spring break. Thank you.